There was a time when power windows were considered luxury. Fast forward to today, and that's just the beginning. Here are 5 car features that used to be premium, but are now totally standard. Welcome to the channel where we track how cars have evolved, feature by feature. Today we're diving into the tech, comfort, and convenience options that were once reserved for high-end models but now come standard, even in budget rides. Alright, let's rewind the clock for a second. Imagine, if you will, a time before smartphones, the internet, even before CDs were really a thing. The 1980s, big hair, neon colors, and cars with crank windows. That's right, back then, if you wanted to roll down the window, you had to put in some real elbow grease. And forget about unlocking all 4 doors at once. You were hopping out to let your friends in. But then, something magical happened. Power windows and power door locks started trickling down from the luxury chariots like Cadillacs and Mercedes-Benzes into the everyday cars driven by, well, everyday people like you and me. I remember my dad getting his first car with power windows, and it felt like we were entering the Starship Enterprise. Today, it's almost impossible to find a new car without these features. They're as common as cup holders, but man, they were a symbol of pure opulence back in the day. Now let's talk about a safety feature that's gone from nice to have to must-have, the backup camera. Remember when parallel parking was a high-stakes game of inches and guesswork? You'd be craning your neck relying on those tiny mirrors and praying you wouldn't back into anything, or anyone. Then came the backup camera, gracing the dashboards of high-end SUVs and luxury sedans. It felt like having a superpower, a bird's-eye view of what was behind you. And just like that, the fear of parallel parking vanished. Fast forward to today, and backup cameras aren't just a luxury, they're often required by law in many countries. And for good reason. They prevent accidents, make parking a breeze, and give you that extra peace of mind. Chapter 3. Remember the days of clunky car stereos with cassette players, and maybe, just maybe, a CD changer hidden in the trunk? Those were simpler times, weren't they? But also, a little less entertaining. Then came the rise of the touchscreen infotainment system. At first, these sleek, high-resolution displays were reserved for the luxury brands, the BMWs and Audis of the world. We could only dream of having navigation, Bluetooth audio, and smartphone integration at our fingertips. But somewhere along the way, the automotive gods smiled upon us, and touchscreens became the norm, even in budget-friendly cars. Now you can get a touchscreen with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto in a basic Honda Civic. It's amazing how quickly this technology has become ubiquitous. Chapter 4. Okay, this one still feels kind of futuristic to me, even though it's becoming increasingly common. Remember the good old days of fumbling for your keys, trying to find the right one in a sea of keychains, and then wrestling with the ignition on a cold winter's day? Yeah, not exactly the most glamorous experience, but then, keyless entry and push-button start swooped in to save the day. Suddenly, you could unlock your car with a touch of a button and fire up the engine with a simple press. No more key-related frustrations. This used to be the exclusive domain of high-end sports cars and luxury SUVs. But now, you can find this level of convenience in everything from Toyota Camrys to Hyundai Elantras. It's like living in the future, but, without the flying cars, yet. Chapter 5. Let's talk about safety because that's something we can all agree is important, right? For a long time, advanced safety features like adaptive cruise control, lane assist, and automatic emergency braking were reserved for the lucky few who could afford luxury cars. But here's the good news. Safety shouldn't be a luxury, and car manufacturers are finally getting the memo. These days you can find these life-saving features on affordable compact crossovers, sensible sedans, and even those zippy little hatchbacks. Adaptive cruise control takes the stress out of highway driving, lane assist helps you stay on track, and automatic emergency braking can potentially prevent accidents altogether. It's incredible to see how far safety technology has come and how accessible it's becoming for everyone, not just the luxury car buyers. From power windows to smart safety, luxury car features have trickled down into the mainstream, making even budget cars feel high-tech. What was once reserved for the elite is now the expectation for the everyday driver. And that's a good thing. It means we all get to enjoy a little more comfort, convenience, and peace of mind on the road. What feature surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more breakdowns on how cars are changing faster than ever. Outro music fades.